Exciting day. We've got new life on the farm once again. Hi, girl. You're all right. Perfect. And there is the newest edition. Boy or girl, guys? You're all right, girl. That's a nice little calf. Hey, back up, boys. You're irritating her. You're okay. Alright, all is well. All is well. That's a little boy. Good job, Mama. I went in and got her on her feet. Dragged the calf forward. Calf just tried. She's now leaking milk. That's just a good sign. Afterbirth is out. You can see it in the background. That's also necessary. You can see the thick colostrum dripping out of the tube. She wants that calf up on her feet. They don't all bellow like this. I don't know what her problem exactly is. It is the first time for her, but she wants that cow on its, her calf on its feet. Milk me. I'm full. You're all right. You're gonna have a deaf calf if you keep hollering in its ears. And I recommend you guys leave her alone, right? Alright, we'll visit her again shortly. There, that's another good sign. Licking the calf off.
Well, our first calf on the farm. It's a little bull calf. Isn't it cute? Now it's having a little bit of hard time getting up, so we're just giving it colostrum. What do you think, Ben? Nice, huh?
Another one of those busy days. Anyway, we've got the cow settled down. Calf's doing good. It's very important that they get colostrum right away and get up on their feet. And I think it was stressing out the cow because it didn't get up on its feet. But anyway, everything's good now. Got her outside in this little pen. This I'm going to show you. Now, if you got a weak stomach, shut it off right now. Turn it on again in a couple of minutes. So this cow is eating the afterbirth. This is one of the grossest sights ever as they chomp this down. But it's extremely natural, healthy. Every healthy cow eats its afterbirth. It's full of vitamins, nutrients, minerals. Lots of goodness, but it's an absolutely disgusting sight because I mean that's just gross, and I'm sure that I would vomit if I ever had to chew something like that up.
Yeah, but I feel like she's like.
But it's a normal thing.
I feel like she's just not very graceful with it.
Well, no, she's it's her first time, obviously.
She's just having a hard time with it.
But it's still gross, and yet it's not. It's natural.
Like, seriously, why you gotta wing it around?
Now I can hear the bots in the comment section. No, she's forced to eat that because you don't feed your cows. That's not true. She's got lots of hay right here. She's got a dish full of water right there.
Oh my.
She's just fine, but she is a bit of a pig. Now the milk was just squirting out of her earlier. I hand milked a bunch out and fed it to the calf because again it's crucial that the calf gets colostrum as soon as possible. And this calf wasn't getting up on its own feet. Typically they get up pretty quick and they go find the udder, but because she was stressed out and kept knocking the calf over, anyway, in this case we decided to bottle feed the calf, and we will be bottle feeding him later anyway. I don't like leaving calves on dairy cows because we need to milk her, and the calf primarily just sucks on one teat that he really likes, and then when you go bring her in the barn you'll have one empty teat, 3 full ones. It just makes things more complicated, plus there's more risk of contaminating your milk. So we're going to leave them together for a few days anyway, make sure that the colostrum gets done, and then yeah, once it's had all its colostrum then we will separate them and feed it with a bottle. And that's just the way it is, and that's not really sad. It's not, doesn't bother the calf any. He don't care as long as he gets something to eat. And the mom, they get over it pretty quick too. They don't really care. Hey Millie, yeah, you got some cleanup to do. You are a mess. Hey Millie. Again, I don't like those horns. She was being quite ornery, and I was quite concerned. She's very gentle, but I was quite concerned about those horns. We don't like horns, and we will be dehorning our cattle. The calves, at least. I'm not sure if I'm going to dehorn the adults that are already big. We'll see. We might. People do that as well, because you ever get cornered with those horns will go right through your rib cage. It won't be pretty. Made some nice quality hay so far. Show you that as well. The stuff that I baled last is just nice, good green color in it. Very nice. All right, so you can see that is nice and green. It's got lots of nutrients in it. It's not all bleached out by the sun. So we've made, I think I got 117 bales so far, and I need about 240. Oh, thank you. There was a comment this morning I read. That was very, very helpful. We didn't know that. I wasn't aware of it. Apparently you need to feed cows. I didn't know that. I've grown up on a farm my whole life and never knew you had to feed these things. So the comment was kind enough to point out that we should be making some feed because cows have to eat, and that we could buy some hay in. So we don't actually need to buy any. Thankfully, we got lots of it out here, and we're going to have more than enough feed this year. But I confirmed it. It is true. This comment is 100% true. You do indeed need to feed cows. Amazing. This cow is in the early stages of labor. So they were supposed to be about 4 days apart. But she looks uncomfortable enough to maybe go into labor today.
Yep, she is. She's contracting. I've been watching her.
Yeah.
She's not chewing her cud. Her ears are low. She's huffing and puffing.
Yeah, I'd say she looks pretty uncomfortable. Her name again is? Nellie. And they're all got kind of the same. Nellie and Millie and Tammy and Fanny. And so that one is Nellie. And Nellie's gonna have a baby soon. Just gave him some fresh bedding. Nice and clean in here again. I'm gonna go in and eat some lunch, and we'll come back out and see what she's doing after. All right, everything's going good. She's happy, calf's happy, everybody's happy. Gonna bring her in for milking now. It is milking time. This will be the very first time for her. Although she's been in the stanchions before, we've never milked her. So the other girls are already in. I'm just waiting for an impact because I got this sheet of plywood on here right now. Hey, you ready to come in? May as well, right?
Papa, is that okay if that poop is on there?
If what?
That poop is on there.
Poop. Oh, that's just a bit of blood and stuff. Yeah, that's going to keep coming out for a while. She just had a baby. It's going to take a while for her uterus to heal. Yeah? All takes time. No. Nice try. You got to go in that hole. Don't be difficult. No, that's being difficult. I said don't be difficult. Back up. Come on. Don't be stubborn. You're alright. Go that way. We'll get back to your baby in a minute. Right there. Yep. There you go. Come on. Big girl. Yep. Up and over. Up and over. Now we're talking. All the way to the end. Налево. Хорошо. There, people who thought that they would trip over the gutter, they don't trip over the gutter. All is well. All right, first time for this girl milking. Millie is her name. And quite often they can be uncomfortable because it's a new experience. The grain, of course, helps. Now this milk's going in a separate tank. We don't want to mix it with our other milk because it's colostrum milk. Yeah, it's morning time. The baby was just sucking. Time to let her in. The other cows are all waiting at the door, bellowing, open up the door, and away they're gone. It's amazing how they get used to it. A rainy day, which is too bad because I got some hay laying on the ground. Hey, buddy. How are you? You say hi to everybody? Hello. Good morning. Hey, good morning. That right there, that's an excellent colostrum poop. That's good. Means the digestive system's working. Hey, buddy. Come on in the barn. Come on in. And she's already gone. Of course, it helps to give them grain. And she's already in her stall. Amazing, isn't it? They each have their spots. Wes is getting boots on, ready to roll. Milk machine's up here. Got it all sanitized, ready to roll. Alright, so what we're working on here right now, I built this a couple of weeks ago to house the cattle, and what we're going to add to it right now is a locking headgate feature. So we've built all these, and this is going to slip in behind here, like so, and get bolted on down there. Now when the cow sticks his head in here, she's going to push on this part to eat, which means that's going to slide over. Now we may have to put some washers behind here yet. This is the first time trying it in here. Anyway, that's going to come across, and then there's a latch that's going to hold it there. I'll show you that all in a second or two later. So yes, that's obviously too tight. I'm going to pull these apart and slip a washer in behind each one because that needs to spin a bit more freely. Needs to be able to slide in there. Then this bar, so there will be a latch that holds each one straight, and the cow then can't get out. And then this latch here, when we slide it, will open all those latches up. It'll all become clear soon. So that's what we're working on today. Going to finish this up. We actually have a veterinarian coming. Here in Russia, we're required to test all the animals every 6 months. There's a whole list of things that they test for, but blood work basically. So they're coming to test all the adult sheep and all of our cattle. Need blood work done. So it's kind of a pain in the neck, and in Canada we definitely don't do this. I think it's, in my opinion, it's unnecessary. If no new animals ever come to the farm, then there's also no diseases coming to the farm, so what's the point in testing? The other thing, I mean, it's government mandated, it's the law, we don't have a choice in the matter, and I have to pay for it. That's the worst of it. So yeah, but it is what it is, just the way the things are done here. I don't know if it's Europe standard, maybe. Russia does a lot of things like Europe does, and I know Europe has a lot more rules than what we're used to in North America. The other thing, I got some more calves. So the lady I bought calves from last year, the 5 calves from outside, she's got 3 more for me. And so I want to do that right and go through the veterinarians. It's 10,000 rubles worth of testing that needs to be done on those 3 calves. So what's that, 180 bucks or something? 60 bucks per calf. They got to do a whack of blood tests, 8 different things they're testing for. And that needs to be shipped off to a lab, get tested. If everything comes back good, this is in a different region, so if everything comes back good in their region on those tests, then we need to plan a route from there to here. So it's about 2.5 hour drive for me. Is it worth it to go for 2.5 hours for 3 calves? Probably not, but somebody that we know here lives close to there part-time, and so we'll be bringing them there. So it's a 2-in-1 deal. But anyway, I got to drive over there, pick them up, but that route has to be planned for and approved. I wasn't aware of that the last time I picked up calves, so that part needs to be done. Then I'll pick up the calves and bring them here, and then my vet has to go and test them again because there might be something wrong on that end. So all the testing that gets done over there, same as the milk cows we bought, my vet here has to test them all again. So it's a double cost. And then every 6 months after that, I have to test for certain things. It seems like a total money grab. I I think it's unnecessary. If you're buying in animals all the time, so like I'm bringing in these 3 calves, if I hadn't tested them and I brought them home, I might be bringing something to the farm here, right? And then it's more likely I may have something. But if those 3 are tested and they're clean and they come here, then they're not bringing anything. So what's the point in testing the whole herd? I don't know. It's just the way it is. And you can't always fight the system. Sometimes you gotta work with it. So they're coming on Monday to do the testing, and I need somewhere to lock them up. That's why we're building this locking head gate. They'll be stuck in here, and he can go ahead and draw his blood and go. So this is the hay we made. Pretty nice and green. Nice looking stuff. Cows love it. Important to make good feed. So like I said before, in the future we're going to be planting more alfalfas and clover, lucerne and claver, it's called in Russian. We'll be planting them in the fields as well, because I really like that. It really helps bring up the protein levels in the feed. This is something with cows they do all the time. So she was just eating her grain, right? She's saving hers for later. They'll steal each other's grain. In the future, I want to add a bar in between these yet to help prevent that a little bit. It separates the cows a bit more, because they all do it, right? She already ate hers, now she's reaching over here to steal hers. You know, she's back to eating hers now. But she'd rather eat that one and then save hers. They're not dumb, they're pretty smart. That's what they look like installed. So, cow's gonna come in here, she's gonna go for something to eat. She's gonna push this down automatically as she eats. When that pushes down, it's going to slide this over, and we're going to have another block here. That block will lift up when this comes along, and the latch will drop in behind the lock. And then this guy lifts it again. I'll show you that in a minute. But anyway, that'll allow them all to get locked up in here, and they can't escape. This is still enough room for a cow to stand comfortably and eat, but her head's too big to fit through here, and she won't be able to leave. Now this is very strong. This is pretty thin material. So I'm hoping, I mean our cows are pretty calm now. I'm hoping they don't bend this over time. If they do, we'll have to reinforce it with something thicker here, because it's a long stretch. The whole pipe is about 1 meter. So you know, you got almost 3 feet here, the free span. It's not the toughest material in the world, but it's readily available. So anyway, that's it, that's all. I gotta put the rest of these in all the way along. I stuck a washer in back here, so that gave me some more play. So now there's a bit of a space you can see there, and that allows this guy to have. But I need this bar here, because when the cow pushes against it, I need something there that's going to hold that. Otherwise it would just fall off. Oh, pretty good. Fighting at the gate. Yeah, it's just exciting. I love life on the farm, and new life on the farm when new animals get born. It's just awesome. Wonderful. And to hear the kids talk about it, because Finley doesn't really remember our last farm, so you know, we've spent, what have we been here? Been here over 2 years. We left Canada over 2.5 years ago. This October, so what is it now? It's July 3rd or 4th today. So this October would be 3 years that we left Canada. But we sold our farm in May. So we've already been off the farm for 3 years. Finn just turned 5. So it gives you an idea. We were like 2 when he left the farm, and Maddie was just born. Neither one of them remembers that farm. And so anyway, at the table yesterday, because we had the calf born, he says, now we're real farmers, you know? So anyway, it's kind of cool. It's exciting. It's like, well, believe it or not, we were before. I said, what makes this farm? Oh, we got tractors and we got a baler. He says, well, we actually had 4 or 5 tractors on the last farm, and we had a baler there too, and a mower. And, we had 18 cows, not milk cows, we had beef cows there. But yeah, he doesn't remember that. So basically, cow comes in, it's going to push this. This is going to go over, and it's going to lock in place. Now the only way to get that out is to slide this bar over. When it slides over, this lifts this pin up, and now the cow is free to leave again. And that's it. It's a very simple head gate design. So we're going to finish them up now. We got 2 sections finished right now, and working on the other one. All the parts and components are here. It's just a matter of putting it all together. Now they are free. So I've moved by sliding this over. This lifts up, and now they're all free to go. So, works good. Just about done. We're going to do the last section, but it's lunchtime. Is it going to work? Are you pestering him?
Yeah.
I got you on camera pestering him. Sibling rivalry.
I could pester even more.
Yeah, I better not. I had to go pick up some parts for the baler because I broke a chain on the baler. That's all normal wear and tear. It's harder to find parts here though. I need a chain links. So we have in Canada where we were. There's lots of stores to carry that kind of stuff. Here it's a lot more limited to find places that have agricultural supplies because again there's very few farmers here. So but I found some. I contacted another farmer that we know and that we work with, and he had some spare parts, so I got them from there until I can find a store. But I got home. Kids have built a couple of gates. This is the cool thing about having farm kids. They're self-sufficient. They built this. They've got some sheep or some lambs separated in here. It's weaning time for the oldest lambs, so we got some separated there. They're building another pen. We're gonna have boys and girls in 2 separate pens here, and then the bigger portion of the pen is still for the ewes. And it's going to be awfully noisy on Countryside Acres here as they get weaned. The sheep are noisy enough as it is. It'll just get a little worse now. So finishing that up, and they got to finish this up. They got to build a hay feeder there and here and get the water access. But yeah, that's the cool thing about having kids that like working and don't have a phone. Piggies are doing good. Getting chunky. These are the first ones that were born. Very satisfied, happy mom. These are the last ones that are born. I don't know if you can see them. They're in there. They're sleeping right there. They're pretty small yet. And then these ones are here, but they usually hide in the wall. There's a little gap in the OSB here. And they like to crawl in there. Hi. And right now they're busy burrowing under my workshop floor. We've got concrete poured in there. Hey, what do you want? You make an awful ruckus. Hey, you're making an awful ruckus. Hey? You're alright. You saying hi to everybody? You think everybody wants to listen to you? Huh? Anyway, piggies are hiding down under the hole. Nice and cool in the sand. But we're going to have to get them out and put the sand back because I don't want a hole under my concrete floor. So we got lots of bales made. Wes is actually picking them up from the field. We only have the one little Soviet wagon. We can haul 8 bales at a time, but it's still better than nothing. Biggest wagon I ever owned, I had 2 of them, and I think we put, I gotta think of that. I think we put 20 or 21 bales, 20 on the wagon, maybe 1 on the fork, and then I could hook 2 wagons behind each other. So then I'm pulling 41 bales off the top of my head, or 41 bales at a time home. So obviously that would be a lot more handy than this little guy. Well, this is what we got. And I think I paid like $500 or $600 for this wagon. So I can't complain. And it dumps. It's got a cylinder on it, so it's really nice. I've really been enjoying this wagon for the price. So I'm in the market for more. If you're watching and you got one kicking around the backyard you want to get rid of, email me. Send me an email with your contact info because I would be interested in another old wagon. So anyway, we've got about 150 bales approximately out in the field. So Wes is going to start bringing them closer to the yard here. I'm going to find a tarp, put a tarp over, stack them up. This is Bruce, the newest calf. So we've taken it from its mother now. We're feeding it a bottle over here. Multiple reasons for that. And no, we're not big, bad, mean people. Oh, you're terrible. No, the cow doesn't actually care. I don't think this particular one. Some cows would. This particular one doesn't care one bit. She never even noticed the calf's gone. She wasn't really enjoying taking care of it. And you run the risk of it being in here. You ran the risk of it just getting hurt because they were kind of fighting over it and stuff. So now we can feed it in that pen with a bottle. The other thing is that we like, for hygiene for our udders, I'd like the calf to be off. Okay, because I am pulling milk out of that we can sell to people, and if that calf's always sucking on there, there's chances of bacteria getting in one teat. Plus, they primarily favor 1 or 2 teats, and then they will shape and grow differently than the other teats, so we don't want that either. This week's supposed to be raining all week long, but it hasn't yet. So I didn't cut any more hay down because I was concerned about the rain. I did cut some. I said we'll take a chance on it. It has to come down. That stuff that I took a chance on made excellent hay yesterday. It's phenomenal hay, and now it's like, I wish I would have cut down more, but you just never know. It was supposed to rain every day this week, and you know, now it's what is it, Saturday today? Or not every day, I guess. It was supposed to rain on, I think, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, something like that. And so it's Saturday now, still no rain. You know, it still says it's coming tomorrow, but I'm really wishing I would have cut more hay down. You just never know, though. Pierwszy raz krowa na ulicy. I've opened up the gate. We're going to put a gate in there. We're going to let them out. Pasture for the first time, folks. They won't know where to go, though, because it's never done before. Hey? And they'll be like, no way, I can't get out of there. Hey? Come on, girls, away you go. Come on, out you go. Up, up, come on. Hip, come on. Out you go. Hip, hip, hip. Come on now. Well, one at a time works too. Oh, they figured something out. Hey man, this fence looks different. That's not normal. Haha, we escaped when the farmer wasn't looking. We're free!
We're free, like, out of the fence.
Did it ever occur to you that was part of my plan? Oh boy.
Yay!
I remember doing this with my dad once when I was a kid. We spent the whole morning setting up hot wire fencing. And we let the cows out. Well, they were heifers actually. We let them out and they got kind of excited looking like that. They had their tails up in the air and they ran clean across and right out through the shock wire on the other side. That was a bit of a mess. Anyway, these things happen. So there they go. I'll fill you in on how hard it is to get them back, but I don't think it'll be too hard. They're pretty calm now. Oh, here's another joy of farm kids. You can't do this in the city. Of course, you got lots of other stuff to play on in the city, but you got round bales. Kids love climbing on round bales. Running around, jumping from side to side. It's kind of fun. Races. All right, so they're out. I'm saying hello to the other cows. I'm guessing there's going to be a bit of fighting. I'm boss. No, I'm boss. No, I'm boss. No, I'm boss. They'll figure it out, though. There they are, eating grass. That's like God intended. Oh, sometimes the comments are funny. Like the guy that kind of implied that we didn't know we had to feed our cows. I thought that one was funny. But there's a lot of people like, oh, you're terrible farmers. Your cows aren't going outside. And you try very patiently to explain to people that you can't just let them out on day one. All right, they're wild. They got to calm down a bit first. Somebody said their grandpa used to use a cow for plowing, as if that means all cows are calm enough to plow. That cow took time to train. So did ours. And they're pretty good now. And they're going to be a little bit restless. They're actually a little antsy. She's checking out the fences, wondering if she can get through. But pretty soon they'll calm down to this idea once they're done roaming around for the day. There they're fighting already. Those are the two from inside. That's Millie again with her horns. She, by the way, is turning into an excellent milk cow. Lots of milk there. Hey, Millie. Fill your bellies. Oh, boy, there are feet kicking in the air. There's sheep over here. Let's get them. This is our pasture. What are you doing out there, you old cow? Who you calling old? I ain't old. I'll beat you up. Show you who's boss. All right, fine. You win. You're a little bigger than me. Nope, not winning yet. This is also normal behavior that a lot of people don't realize. Animals are actually really mean. People seem to think only humans fight. That's not true. Animals fight all the time. And that's, again, why we don't want horns on our cattle. They can seriously injure each other. All right, well, so much for eating. Back to the barn we go. See where you end up. Oh, I better close up the other barn yet, because the sheep will go right through the head gate. Then we'll have sheep running around outside. Alright, well, I'm going to close this for now so they don't get out. This is going to be turned into a gate after we're done eating lunch. So hopefully it stays there. Just in case though, I should probably close this. Because the sheep could come right through here. This was not built for sheep. And they could jump out of our feed rail here. So I think if I shut this, yeah, they might come through there too. I don't know. You know what? We're just gonna try it. See what happens. Maybe it'll be all right. What are you up to, buddy? You found a feather? Pigeon feather? Oh yeah. Cool. Hey, let's go to the house for some lunch. Yeah. Plenty warm out there today. Nice little herd. Think about it. We moved here, what, almost 2.5 years ago to Russia. We've been on this farm now for just over 2 years, literally. We started digging on this farm for the house June 15th-ish or something. Is when we started digging 2 years ago. So nothing else was here. There was no barns, there was no fences, there was no house, there was no cattle, there was nothing. It's a big old field of grass, that's it. That's all that was here. So I think we did quite good. And to think that now we have 11 cows. Well, sorry, we got 5 cows in the barn and 6 heifers in the barn. So I think that's pretty exciting right there. Not to mention all the pigs and sheep and everything else, but it's good progress. You know, there's been one guy commenting today, well, off and on he comments all sorts of silly stuff, but talking about how, you know, you're not making any money yet, you know, you're no good at business, or I don't know, whatever he was saying. I gotta remember. I only pay attention half the time to some of these people, but it's like, it's kind of a clueless comment, because you don't just jump on bare land and start making money on day one. It's just not even possible. Like, I suppose if you sold the hay and then you'd have an income, but that's still not day one, because you need to invest in the land. First of all, you got to buy it. You got to invest in some equipment in order to mow the hay, bale the hay, and sell the hay, and then that's still minimal profits, right? We have a long-term strategy here where we're investing in animals and equipment. Some pieces of equipment here now. Is it the greatest? No. Is it all John Deere or Case or something? No, it's not. It's what we can afford, and it works. That's all that really matters. You know, my dad was not brand specific on tractors either, and I know a lot of other farmers that aren't either. You buy according to what you can afford and what will do the job to the best of what you can afford. So, and that's what we've done here as well. And it works, because look behind me. We're making a big collection of round bales out here right now. I've got 150 made. I need about 240. That gives me a margin for weight. So 240 bales will do us for the animals that we have right now, and the sheep, the cows, everything for the year. So we're already at 150. I got way more grass to cut yet, and yeah, there's no feed to have to be bought this year. And now we're selling milk. Are we selling lots and lots of milk? Well, no, but we're selling it, and that's the start. So next year we'll have that many more cows to milk, and business doesn't just start overnight. And anybody that says it does, they're clueless. If you're thinking of coming here, thinking of moving anywhere, it doesn't really matter where it is. I remember working for a Dutch immigrant to Canada. I was 17, I think, years old. I mean, he lost 100,000 his first year and another 100,000 second year. I might be slightly fuzzy on the numbers, but something like that. I just remember as a kid or as a young guy thinking, man, that's a lot of money. He's like, yeah, it's a learning curve. You know, so anyway, I learned from that you're going to go into business, you need to be prepared to lose money. Because you don't make money right away, it takes time. And eventually they did, of course, make money on that farm, and they had enough that they could afford to lose that. You know, the big dairy farm, they were milking 180 cows. When I was 17, that's considered a very large farm. So, you know, and they made it work. So anyway, anytime you move, anytime you go somewhere, you need to be prepared. You're going to start a business, you need to be prepared to lose money for quite a while and be able to float on savings before that business finally flips around and starts making a profit. That's just the way it is, it's the nature of it. And anybody who tells you it isn't that way has no idea what they're talking about. So if you're going to come here or move anywhere, be prepared for that. Don't go right to the max. All right, if you're thinking, okay, if I invest 100,000, I have nothing else, I'm going to invest 100,000 and then I'll start making money right away. It's not going to work. I guarantee you, it won't work, because that's just not the way business works. So, you know, if you have only 100,000, then you should be looking at investing in a business for maybe 60,000, so that you have some fallback money in case something breaks or something happens, because it always does. And maybe have another source of income as well to offset things while you're setting up, while you're growing, while you're going. And people have commented on that, well, you're just a YouTuber. Yeah, we make YouTube videos. That's what you're watching right now. Do we make money on it? We make a little bit. Do we make enough to live on it? No. But I mean, every little bit helps. And as we're setting this all up, it's necessary. So it allows us to invest more into this business, which will eventually take off and then hold its own 2 feet. So it's pretty exciting all around. This is too. I think this is great. I'm used to making 4x5 bales, although we have made a lot of 4x4s. We used to milk goats. We used to have 300 dairy goats. We made about 1,500 of these small squares a year, small rounds a year. Lots of bales. And well, they were bigger than these still, but whatever. This baler only makes this size. That's all it's got. That's perfectly fine. I don't care. So it takes a little bit longer to get the hay off. Every bale of hay I get off is one I don't have to buy. So this size, I'm not exactly sure, but the bales I was buying, good quality, was about 2,000 rubles a bale. So they're definitely bigger than this. I'm gonna say these are probably worth, you know, 1,200, 1,300 a bale anyways. Maybe more, I have no idea. And with this year, there's you know, there's a chance there may be a shortage or whatever the prices will go up to. So you know, 150 bales times 1,300 rubles, it starts to add up pretty quick. Helps pay for farm equipment, and it gives the kids something to do, because now they get to run around on bales.
Hey, darling, can I tell you what's been on my mind? Sick and tired of the 9 to 5 in the city life. Hey, darling,